Hello everyone, I'm Jim Pappas. We're at Champion Porsche, the #1 volume Porsche dealership in the United States. We'd like to make a series of videos to identify some of the common questions customers have about their new Porsche. The great news about Porsches is if you know one, you have a really big head start on owning another one because the navigation of the menus and the systems are very, very similar. There are a couple different steering wheels that determine how you would make changes to the car. Today we're going to identify those two steering wheels and what knobs you use to make changes. With Porsches, there are two different ways that you can navigate the menu system on the car. The menus remain the same, but the way that you navigate them depends on which steering wheel you have. Currently, I'm in front of a paddle sport design steering wheel. If I want to change the date and the time, which is a common question we get from clients twice a year, daylight savings time, we get a lot of phone calls asking how to change their clock. It's as simple as this. There's a stalk on the right-hand side of the steering wheel just below the paddle. That stalk moves 4 different directions. It can move up and down, forward or back. Moving it up or down is going to change what page you're on the TFT menu. Moving it forward is the equivalent of enter, and pulling it back is to go back to the previous page. I'm going to stop the TFT screen on vehicle because that is what I want to do. I want to go into the vehicle's menu. I would then take this stalk and push it forward. Pushing it forward again is the equivalent of enter. I'm going to have 4 choices: info, limit, oil measurement, and settings. I would then take this stalk and move it down to settings because I want to make changes to the settings. I'm going to push the stalk forward to enter settings, and then I have new choices. Date and time will be displayed as one of the choices. I'm going to take the same stalk and move it down to date and time, and then I'm going to push the stalk forward to enter. I then will have the time, the date, and one of the choices would be DST. There's a check mark in the DST field, and that check mark, if I have the check mark on, it's going to add an hour. If I push forward with the stalk, it would take an hour away, deleting daylight savings time. It's as simple as pushing the stalk forward to check it on or off. When I'm complete with the correct time, all I need to do is take the stalk and pull it back towards me several times, and will take me back to the original vehicle menu. As I explained before in the previous video, there are 2 steering wheels that would determine how you would actually navigate the menu. We're going to show you right now what is called a multifunction steering wheel. The multifunction steering wheel will navigate the menu using a different device, but it is the same menu. We're going to go in the car now. In this car, we're using a multifunction steering wheel. We're going to change the date and time as we did in the previous car. However, instead of using a stalk, we're going to be using the multifunction wheel. On the right-hand side, there is a wheel. As you roll this wheel, it's going to change what appears on your TFT screen. We again want to stop when we get to vehicle. Instead of taking a stalk and moving it forward, we're going to actually push this button in, and when we do, we're going to bring up the vehicle menu, which is info, oil, limits, and settings. We're going to roll down to settings, and we're going to push this wheel in, and as we did in the previous car, we're going to go to date and time. Date and time down to DST. DST is daylight savings time again. If I push enter, I'm going to get a check mark, which is going to add an hour. If I push it again, it's going to make the hour go away. Unlike the other vehicle where you take the stalk and you pull the stalk back, this vehicle, this little arrow right below the wheel is how you get out of the menu. You push this multiple times and this will take you back to the original menu setting.